Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. I have my crystal ball off to the side, so I will be scrying throughout this message. If you're new to my channel, my readings are a little different, and if you're returning, welcome back. You know how we do. If it doesn't resonate with you, if you're forcing the story to fit, arguing with it in any way, just leave it behind for the people who it's meant for. Okay, let's go ahead. Taking a step aside. And allowing spirit to pass through me. Opening up to receive information. There's like crazy wind outside today, and I almost feel that that's really important for this reading. Like somebody here, you may be working with wind or like storm spirits, deities. There's just something about the storm, the wind, the maelstrom that is kind of striking me in this energy. Okay. There's some sort of threshold crossing that's taking place for whoever this message is for. It's like we're coming into a deeper mystery of some kind. And it brushes up very much against some sort of chaos or void energy. The point at which everything is made. The nothing that everything springs from. It's giving me that kind of vibe here. Some of you may be getting into working with dragons because of that, or working with particular primal deities. I'm not gonna say it. Some of you are like getting real into like H.P. Lovecraft, the Necronomicon, things like that. Interesting. Oh, somebody here is also really focused on entity creation, creating from nothing, okay? I mean, you're still creating from something, but, you know, tomato. There's this energy also that inside this, oh, I heard rending of the veil. So in this threshold crossing, this rending of the veil, there's something, oh wow, this is getting weird. I like it. There's something in this energy that feels a little bit like a glitch in the matrix. It's like we found a loophole to something where someone is able to make something happen. So this feels very like magician vibes, not gonna lie. Like somebody is really working on how far can I bend reality? How far can I push the envelope? Some of you, this is extending into time, okay, so elements of time. Some of you, this may be a process of part of a path of non-duality that you're going through, where you're really understanding the elements of the aligned mind and how that interacts with the external world. Again, there was a crossing of a threshold that had to happen in order for this to kind of click into place for someone. Notice, I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know if it's picking up. There's all kinds of noise on the roof right now. So there's things knocking around in the mental space. There's things that, ideas that we're toying with. Things that might even feel like mad science for somebody. But these are things that are all part of us exploring our reality and exploring this new entrance into the mysteries. Owls may be appearing for somebody that are very significant. Someone here, you're getting like a glimpse into another, it's like you're catching, oh, how do I want to put this? You're catching like wavelengths. Yes. You're catching wavelengths from another place. I heard time also. So again, there's that time element. Some of you are working with time. Okay. Ooh. All the vibes. Okay, so this is very, okay, so that's a whole thing, right? Now this is like the message in the message. This is going to bring it into just a few people. Maybe not, maybe not. Okay. That creeped me out. You never heard me say that, did you? No, this creeped me out. Some of you have brushed up against something, and you're wondering what that is, right? Some of you may even be working with like mirrors, something about bending time with mirrors. You're working in spaces where there are wardens, and you've brushed up against the wardens. So these are everything, okay, how do I put this? Everything in nature has a type of hierarchy. right? I don't like to think of spiritual dimensions that way. I don't think that they serve a purpose for us, but there is a particular type of hierarchy to the natural world. In whatever space someone is working in, you're not working in purely spiritual spaces. You're working in things that exist. And so there are hierarchies that are coming in. The job of the Wardens is to make sure that everything stays in its right place, in its right time. You can take that as prison guardy if you want, or you can take that as responsible if you want. I'm not here to tell you which one I personally think it is. I don't care. The point is that it's just there, and this is the answer for somebody. Someone who has been asking, what is it that I'm experiencing? You're experiencing the Wardens. Okay. Here we have the Knight of Wands. This is how you are being seen. Reckless. That's okay. I do this kind of thing too. I like to push the envelope, and I'm sure I've been seen reckless many times. But this Knight of Wands, he's someone that comes in real passionate and hot, and he kind of messes things up, and he leaves it in chaos when he leaves, right? But this isn't necessarily bad. So this isn't a reading telling you don't do what you're doing or that this is a bad thing. It's just letting you know why these Wardens' attentions have kind of come up now, because you're being seen as reckless, maybe not having all the information, not understanding everything that could be of consequence based on the things that you were experimenting with. And again, I'm not feeling a good or bad label for that. So this isn't like a message saying, don't do this. I feel this is a message that's specifically trying to answer someone's questions about the sentience or the power or the force or whatever it is that they've recently brushed up against. Okay. We have the Chariot, and with the Chariot, I'm pulling the Nine of Pentacles, and here we have the High Priestess. Okay. So with this Warden's energy, the Chariot, when we think about the Chariot, we could look at it as the container, right? It's the container that carries the victor. The victor has a story. He has his destiny, right? And there is a storyline or a way that things are supposed to play out. And what's happening here inside of the Chariot moving into the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles is the individual. It's like when a dream character goes off on its own and suddenly realizes it's a dream character, what happens to a person's psyche, right? There's something like that. There's this idea that if you do this thing and you go off on your own way, what happens to the whole? Again, that's not to say anything good or bad. It's simply telling you some of the ideas behind this Warden type energy. Now, their job is this, the High Priestess, to sit and watch, to sit and observe. That's what the High Priestess does. So this is what someone has encountered. You've encountered kind of like the garden keepers. That's how it's striking me. That's how it's striking me. So for some of you, this may be an angelic presence, okay, because that's very much the role that angels fill. For some of you, you might feel that resonates with archons, right? Some of you, you may have experienced them as mantids, especially if you're working with time. Okay. Or if you're working with, I'll put it as darker forces. Okay, yes. That... I have to clarify that. Darker forces that you can link back to someplace within yourself. Not like trauma. Although, well, I can't really say that. How do I want to put this? Projections of your own darker forces. There we go. That's how it's being given to me. Okay. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords. So this is, I'm reading now a line about someone's energy. Nine of Swords to the Hangman. Someone's worried about how they've gotten stuck because of whatever it is that they've brushed up against. And yeah, just a lot of stuck energy. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Hangman, we have the Two of Swords. And I would like a card about what energy is delivering this message, please, because I would like to know that. We have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is my card. If you look at it here, this is always my card about the masculine-feminine guide complex. A lot of times I can see this as a person's master guide, and then the feminine complex. Sometimes, you know, your guide might be feminine, but that feminine complex always speaks to me about the spirit of the plane that a person is operating on. When a person starts getting into, for example, mystical experiences, they're usually resonating at a place that most people, I think, would think of as Yesod, right? It's the sphere of the moon, those lunar astral spaces, and that's what this is saying to me. There's like a complex that's coming through from that is like kind of giving me this information right now. So there is this energy here, and this seems to be where someone is stuck, is inside that astral space because of that moon there. Again, you might be working with time, but remember, our original calendars were all lunar or lunar solar. So the moon is very important to our measures of time as humans, as perceptive entities. So there's something here about the hangman where we're stuck in a particular place. We think that we're blocked, but what's really happening is you're being given more information. That information is coming through things like this, but it's also coming other places. I feel that for some of you, very specifically, there's 2 other readers that you may watch who are giving you information about this as well. Yes, 2. Okay. There's something about the nature of duality that must be overcome in order for you to cross past this obstacle. And that's all they want me to say about it. It's like a breadcrumb along the path is all they want to give. Okay. We have the 7 of Cups. You have the 10 of Swords. And then what's down there? What is this? Oh, I'm going to flip it down here. It is the Queen of Swords. Interesting. Okay. So, interesting. This is why it's so interesting. The Queen of Swords came out in the reading. Well, she didn't come out. She was spoken about. She's on the periphery. So we have this Queen of Swords energy that's in the periphery. And, okay, so let's take this one first. We have the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups is, it can be about illusions, okay? There's some sort of illusion that is tying us to this, like, warden energy, and it's because of, okay, and it goes back, it's because of this concept of duality. There's me, and then there's things outside of me. When you can overcome that thinking, you'll have the switch that you need to overcome the warden energy and to move. The thing is that there must be some sort of belief that's put to rest inside your mind with the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is when there's something that we think that is ended. So that's the message for whoever this reading resonates for, who I don't think is going to be a lot of people, but whatever you're doing, the work seems to be very important to your path, and maybe even to the path of humanity as a collective in moving past this type of energy. With the Queen of Swords on the periphery, it does tell me that there is some sort of link here with these wardens. Again, oh, well, that's fascinating. To the feminine complex, the feminine protective complex. So if you think about what a warden is, they guard, right? They safe keep, and they make sure that everything is protected. That's very womb-like. So there's something, those are like little hints for whoever this message is for. Some of you, I don't feel that this is going to be very many of you. I actually feel that you're past this. But for some of you, you may be going to, for example, your guides and expecting entire paragraphs of explanation. And just know that's not going to happen, because this is your life and you have to live it. This is your journey and you have to live it. All that they will ever do is give you like a little piece of advice or like a little tidbit of information. They're not going to tell you the whole truth, because the truth that you construct is your own truth that your soul is learning. So, if you notice on this channel, the readings that come through, sometimes I speak about things like timelines. I personally don't believe in timelines. I believe that everything is just existing. It doesn't matter. I will speak often about things that I don't even believe, but they're things that are coming through in the message for the people who they're meant for. There's something about the person that this reading is for, that your mind and your perception is going to grow and become something completely different in such a way that you can hold 2 truths at once and not be owned by either truth. Okay? There's a great deal of responsibility that comes with this. And so we're moving away from this Knight of Wands energy, which is not just how they see you. This is kind of how, you know, it's sitting opposite this card. It's kind of how your team sees you too. You're a little reckless going in, but by the time you figure this out, there's going to be a maturing of that viewpoint. And that's not to say that you're not going to do this anymore. It's just saying that you're going to have a little bit more information that makes you more wiser, and rather than having a limited point of view, you're going to be able to hold multiple points of view at once and not be owned by any of them. So I'm just going to leave this here. This is a very different reading for this collective, and I don't feel that this is going to be for everyone. So whoever's doing this work, good luck, happy exploring, and until next time.